And every single day,
the more enemies we kill.
We're spending trillions and trillions of dollars.
You know, if you say, all right, this is your fault.
It's not your fault.
All I know is you're not selling anything.
The Fed's not done, and I'm going to tell you why.
Welcome back to Sean Show, everybody. I'm here with Josh Cabaza.
What's up?
How you doing?
Doing good. I recalibrated my portfolio today.
Oh yeah. What's what did you move from failing Bitcoin miners to failing nuclear Bitcoin miners?
I went from failing Bitcoin miners to bigger Bitcoin miners
that are not failing
as hard.
They're all pennies. Are you? I respect that you invest in penny stocks.
I didn't know they were penny stocks if they were on the NASDAQ.
I love your Josh's investment strategies. I'm gonna invest once the stock gets delisted. That's when I go in.
Yeah, exactly.
Stock goes from $1 to 99 cents, and it's not on the exchange. That's when I buy it.
Well, no, the way I look at it is like downside, I lose $500. Upside, I get $15,000-$20,000.
It's a moonshot. Yeah, Some of them are.
Yeah.
But they're not like some of them. I mean, like, well, dude.
Well, I got 5 of them, so
yeah,
I just need one to do well.
That's honestly good. Like, I wouldn't put all your money in one of those. That'd be pretty crazy. But
yeah.
No, but I mean, fucking Bitcoin is skyrocketing because our country's failing. Our country's failing. There was the most recent sale of debt. Did you follow that at all?
They downgraded us again. You talking about?
No, like I think like every month or something, like America, like, you know, to fund the government, they sell off more bonds.
Yes.
And what happened was there was an unbelievable spike in the interest rate. So basically, I guess my understanding of it is, so like let's say the government needs for the month needs like $500 billion, right?
Yes.
So they'll sell U.S. bonds,
right,
on the market, right, to fund the government, and usually, and it's I don't know what the name of the thing is, but it happens every so often, and they sell those bonds, and you know, the market determines the interest rate that they demand to like they're well, like if you're going to sell me the bond, then I need this rate.
Right.
On the 30-year, on the mature, whatever, 30-year bond or whatever, 10-year bond.
Yeah.
So what happened on the most recent one of those is, and this just goes to show how fucked our country is and how fucked the economy is that usually it's supposed to be the safest asset, right? It's supposed to be the safest asset where it's like, oh, I'm buying American debt. America will never blow up.
Default on their debt.
America will never default. And so most of historically, the interest rate on American debt will be very low, right? Or like the interest rate you get back,
right?
Because a low interest rate means like if I give America if I buy $1 million of American bonds, I'll get paid back a low rate because it's low risk.
Yeah.
But on the most recent one, on one of the bonds, like the 30-year bond, the interest rate spiked up to like 5%. Or I don't know what the number was, but it was fucking huge.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to buy it.
Yeah, everybody's selling.
China's selling their debt.
They went from 1.3 trillion in bonds to now they're at 800 billion.
We looked at that chart like a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
How the biggest holder apparently of debt is actually Japan.
Yeah.
So the biggest holder foreign. So people are, and you know, it's funny, all these Republican politicians talking about how like, oh, China owns our debt, China owns our land. It's fucking bullshit. They don't. In fact, I think China's divesting from America, number one, because they want to go to war with us. And number two, because no one wants to buy America. No one wants to own American shit. Our country's trash. Our country's fucked.
Well, I think,
except for Sean Show.
I mean, all the other countries' currencies are also fucked. The scary part was when they used the SWIFT system and they weaponized it and kicked Russia off. That all the other countries are like, wait a minute, you're doing what? You can just kick us off?
What's the SWIFT system again?
I don't know what the acronym
but
stands for.
It corners out like it centralizes. It's like a strong dollar policy.
It's basically the American banking system, and it allows you to send money around the world.
Yeah.
And apparently November 19th, not the SWIFT system, but here in the United States, they're switching something over as far as how they settle payments.
Yeah.
And the rumor is, and it's just a rumor, is that they're using Ripple, which is XRP.
Oh, I saw that. I
the
did see that.
It's not. They're not using the actual coin. They're just using the technology.
Okay.
Which makes me think, like, does that mean that the coin is now worthless? Like, what the fuck does that mean? You're not using the coin. You're using the technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To settle payments internationally. I mean, here's the thing. I just, it's kind of yet to be played out how it'll turn out with crypto and shit. But you look at like, I don't know. It's in human nature. Like centralization to me is inevitable. You're always going to have the centralization of power somehow. All these guys are like, oh, and don't get me wrong, this could very well happen, but everyone's like, oh, Bitcoin's going to fix the government because it'll be like, it'll disincentivize countries from going to war with each other. I don't think Bitcoin's going to solve war. I think you motherfuckers are going to keep on killing each other because it's profitable.
Well, it doesn't solve war, but what it does do is you can't print endlessly to continue to go to war.
Right.
So you run out of money eventually. So you can go to war, but you're actually going to pay for war. You're not going to tax your people
to finance it.
Yeah, to finance it.
As long as Marvel movies will continue to be made, I will go to war.
And by tax,
I will go to war.
And by tax, I mean inflation, the inflation tax.
Right.
Of course, you can tax your people, but I'm saying also the inflation tax is the higher one.
Yeah. It's we'll see what happens. I think. I mean, I'm very, very pessimistic about the future of America. It's really, really, really sad to see what's happened to our great country. It used to be a great country, I'm sounding like Nick Fuentes right now. We used to have a great country, a good Christian nation. No, that's a joke, obviously. I think that this country's always been fucked up in different ways from its inception. But you look at you just look at where we are right now culturally. I mean, you just look at where we are financially, economically, our technology. I mean, it's all going downhill. And you look at it like Rome lasted 1,000 years. What are we, less than 300 years old? Our country, it's not gonna work. You look at Gen Z. Gen Z's fucked. I'm kind of Gen Z. I'm like on the cusp of millennial and Gen Z.
You're old Gen Z.
I'm old Gen Z, so I kind of want to kill myself. You know what I mean? Like if I was core Gen Z, I'd be cutting myself live on the podcast, but and all the it's just it's impossible for people to get by these days, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's no longer that you can work a job forever and then you're going to have a pension and you're going to be able to purchase a house and have kids and a family. So yeah.
But who wants those things?
Did you hear Whoopi Goldberg? There was two that I was trying to find right now on my phone. One was Whoopi Goldberg saying basically millennials and Gen Z are lazy and they just need to work hard, and the reason they can't get ahead is because they only want to work 4 hours. I was like, wow, okay, so you're completely detached.
Yeah,
like you have no idea which one and I like the other person. I forgot who was on it, but they're just like, this is the first generation where the kids are gonna do worse than the parents.
Yeah,
like that's
like economically speaking.
Yeah, and that's factual. And then Whoopi's just like, they say that about every generation. I was like, what the fuck? What? It's like completely detached.
Yeah.
They have no idea. Or maybe they do and they're just like, this is the narrative they told us to push.
How does Whoopi talk? She goes,
I don't know. I wouldn't do it though.
How does Whoopi? Gen Z? Gen Z's crazy.
That's not how she talks at all.
Doesn't she have like a kind of a raspy voice? Gen Z.
A little bit, but not like that.
My grandson said he's a woman. My grandson wants a penis.
I don't think that's how she sounds.
Hey, also, isn't Whoopi Goldberg on The View?
Yes,
it was The View. It was on The View.
It was on The View. Please. She said that.
Please, I mean, it's really just it's just unbelievable. The rich get they're just so fucking out of touch with where we're at. And it's sad to see. I I don't know. You know what really pisses me off? I've really been thinking about this. I understand that like the media needs to compare generations.
Yeah.
Because like we are influenced pretty deeply by the year we're born.
Do you mind if I go to your messages here? I sent you a video.
Sure. Let's take a look.
You know who this is?
Oh, is this the World Economic Forum CEO?
Klaus Schwab.
Let's hear what Klaus Schwab has to say, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Well, I didn't hear the audio coming from it.
Oh, hit play. Let's see if it works.
Dans ce nouveau monde, on doit accepter une transparence, et je dirais même une transparence totale. Tout va être transparent.
Everything's going to be
Et
transparent.
il faut s'habituer, il faut se comporter.
And you have to behave
ainsi.
accordingly.
Ça devient, comment dirais-je, intégré dans votre personnalité, mais si on n'a rien à cacher,
Integrated in your
il
personality.
ne faut
Can
pas
you pause
avoir
it?
peur.
I
You want to read that
Dans ce
again?
nouveau
yeah,
monde,
well, that was a good I have a different translation. He's basically saying that the Marvels was actually really good. It was underrated. Klaus Schwab. See, most people, Klaus Schwab's talking about like you'll own nothing and be happy. What he's actually saying in this video is he's saying even though the Marvels only grossed 47 million at the box office, it's worth it. So the Marvels is only grossed 47 million. How do you say good in French?
I have no idea.
Very good movie. I like to enjoy the movie. I don't own the Marvels, but I enjoy it. Is he French?
You do a lot more body movement as a French person.
You know why? Because they're pussies.
You have like cerebral palsy when you're French.
I have cerebral. Je have cerebral palsy.
Well, he said it's going to be connected to your personality. So what if in your personality, because Marvel's good for the economy, you have to like Marvel, and because you talk bad against Marvel, your social credit score goes down.
If trashing Marvel makes me an enemy of the state, I will die. I will just literally die. I will die on that hill. Whether it be Klaus Schwab who wants you to be a slave to globalism, a globalist slave,
Yeah.
or whether it's the Marvel Cinematic Universe that wants to make you a cultural slave to their dog shit. It's fucking dog shit. The only good thing that's happening right now, we're gonna have a recession. America's ending. We're gonna go to World War III. The only good thing that's happening right now is that the MCU is failing. That is the only good thing that's happening right now.
Which is calling it a melt up. Have you ever heard of that before?
I have heard of a melt up.
Yeah.
In the economy, right?
Yeah,
that's when this.
I'm actually very excited about that if that does happen. It's horrible, but it's
It's basically when it goes like and then bam, right?
But it's not. What's crazy is it's not that the stock goes up like that. It's that baseline just drops. So a lot of people think, oh, those people are going up because of their, you know what I mean? Their assets are going up. No, you're falling. We're all falling compared to the person holding the asset. You get what I'm saying? Because the money.
Are you talking about like the poor get fucked and the rich? The rich don't get rich. The
rich don't get richer.
They are shielded. They don't get poorer.
Exactly. Yeah, because all the assets are also going to go up. So yeah, your assets might go up, but also if you want to buy that new house or car, that's also going to go up. So everything is just the purchasing power is destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean it's just inflation's crazy. And I mean like it's just all it's a very, very, very bad time for our country, I think. And you see like actually this would be a good story to jump in. If you go did you see the Republican debates? The most recent Republican debate. So it was like Vivek Ramaswamy. I worked with a comedian who did a corporate event where Vivek was a speaker. Apparently Vivek is like a cool guy.
Yeah.
Apparently Vivek like is like a people's man of the people. Like he doesn't have
Can't say that.
Why not?
Because he's Republican. You're not supposed to say that.
America. I will say I don't like how Vivek talks. Yeah. I think Vivek talks like a robot.
Yeah.
Because Vivek enunciates like every word he says. He goes, America is failing, and he pronounces his T's very.
Instead of Vivek, he should change his name to the Vec.
The Vec?
Yeah.
Like the Donald?
Yeah.
The Vec.
The Vec believes.
It's a very bad place for our economy. No, but Vivek, like, I don't know, like It's just the we can watch let's watch a little recap of the Republican debates. It's just a fucking shit show. If you go to the calendar there, let's pull this up. This is just let's see this video right here.
Mr. Ramaswamy, let me turn to you. Please make your case. Why should you be the nominee and not the former president?
I think there's something deeper going on in the Republican Party here, and I am upset about what happened last night.
He talks so weird. Doesn't he talk crazy? He sounds crazy.
I mean, he sounds better than RFK.
That's true. I don't know. Vivek's, I mean, like, listen.
I'm not saying what he's saying. I'm saying the tone of his
voice.
tone.
I'm saying the tone of his voice, I think it's like so rehearsed. Well, he's talking strong. He's trying to talk strong and like be a strong man. It's like, listen to I don't know. Listen to the way he pronounces his T's. All right. Okay.
We're president.
I think there's something deeper going on in the Republican Party here, and I am upset about what happened last night.
Last night.
Oh, okay.
You hear it?
You know what that is? Well, okay. So, what I do is I over enunciate a lot of things because I don't want any. I don't know if he has an accent at all, or growing up he had an accent. But growing up, I had an accent. It still comes out every once in a while. But what you end up doing is over enunciating. So then his came out as harder T's, I guess. I'm guessing here. But as far as me, I know I say certain words a little weird. And it's just like, it's because I'm just concentrating on saying the word.
Yeah. I mean, like, no, I very often, you know, you jump on the show, you're like, oh, it's crazy, Holmes. Sorry.
He's just a brown man enunciating. All right, Sean.
I just realized what I was doing. I'm dunking. No. Don't flip it on me. Like, oh, I'm racist. I'm dunking on a brown guy's accent.
No, you're actually double racist. Actually, it negates the racism because he's Republican.
Oh, so right.
You can do that.
I can do that. Yeah. Exactly. In fact, if you don't vote for Vivek, you ain't Indian. I don't know. That's his words, not mine.
Are Indian people mostly Republican?
It was interesting. I actually can speak on this because I grew up in the Silicon Valley, and I grew up around a lot of affluent Asian and Indian people.
Yeah.
I grew up with basically second generation Asians and Indians, and they were the sons and daughters of, you know, people that immigrated from Asia and India. Well, in India, people say India is Asian. I'm like, I don't know. India's in Asia, but they're pretty different to me culturally.
Yeah.
But anyway,
those people ain't the same to
me. That's good. I'm distinguishing.
Yeah.
It'd be more racist to be like, they're all Asian to me. Oh, that's all Asia. Anyone that ain't American.
But isn't it more racist to separate and distinguish than it is to be like, what? They're all the same.
The most racist thing you can say is, I don't see color. I see color. I see every little slice of color. That's the first thing I see.
Yeah.
When I look at a person, I go, you know that Family Guy meme with the cop? He's like innocent, guilty.
Yeah.
No, that's not how I look at the world. Yeah, a lot of like people that went to like universities in Asia will immigrate to the Bay Area and get these tech jobs. And I went to school with the sons and daughters of those people. What was your question about India?
Those sons of bitches.
Those sons of
all of them.
Hey, learn the language. Jesus. Learn the language. I'm like a 12-year-old in Silicon Valley nerd. I'm like, excuse me, learn our language, please. No, I really loved. I'm very grateful that I grew up with them because I learned a lot about their culture, and how wrong it is. No, I'm kidding. All right, I'm kidding. But what was your question about Vivek? Oh, like are all you asked me if all Indians are Republican. I don't think
I said the majority of Indians Republican.
See, I think a lot. It's interesting. It depends. I mean, I think you look at like Indians and Asians are an extremely successful group in America, and they're becoming more affluent. I think they're becoming, honestly, the most by race. I believe they're becoming the most affluent group of people above whites.
I'm most comfortable with Indian doctors. I want my doctor to be Indian.
Yeah.
I like their bedside manner. It's very rude, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, they're like, Benadryl? What Benadryl?
Yeah, like there's no like I don't know, like especially if they want to give me a vaccine, I trust them more than I trust anybody else.
Hey, if Vivek Ramaswamy wants to vaccinate me, I'm getting vaccinated.
Yeah,
I'm getting the vaccine.
It's just something I trust.
America needs to be vaccinated. Titted.
White dudes with beards, like older white dudes with beards, I do not trust them as my doctor.
Well, that's called a Nazi.
Is that what
it's
it
called?
is?
A Nazi doctor. Old white guy with a beard that's a doctor is a neo-Nazi.
I feel like
they want to experiment on you, Josh.
And he's trying to make everything that I should do. He's trying to like sell it to me, and I don't like that.
What, like pills and shit?
Whatever it is, it just feels like he's trying to sell me on whatever he thinks, and I'm like, I like the Indian doctor who's like, do it or don't.
Yeah.
He's just gonna give me some facts, do it or don't.
Well, see, the white guy wants to, the white doctor wants to medicate your race.
Ah, is that what it is?
Yeah, he wants the Latino population to be medicated, and not uppity. That's what a white doctor wants.
Not uppity.
That's his words.
Oh, okay.
I love Latin. I love Latin culture.
The only thing I've seen from the Republican debates is that one guy from Florida who apparently is wearing like 3-inch lifts in his boots.
Oh, DeSantis.
Yeah.
He's like walking on the stage with like heels.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like dunking on him because he's like wearing high heels.
Well, he's wearing boots, but they're saying the way he's walking, it looks like he actually has inserts in the boots too.
Because the crease of the shoe is creasing at a certain place. That's weird.
Because when he sits down, it looks like he's tippy-toeing. Looks like he's tippy-toeing.
He's wearing heels.
Yeah.
He's wearing heels. Let's look it up. I want to see DeSantis in drag. You know what I mean? I want to see it. Dude, you know what'd be amazing? You know how the Republican primary debates can get more views? Let's have these Republicans dress in drag. Let's have them dress in drag. You know what I mean? All of these get DeSantis out there with like fake tits. Just being like, this is not okay. I don't want people seeing me like this.
All right, so here's one of them. Can you see like his?
Let's see it.
It's on Reddit.
Was he on Bill Maher's podcast?
Yeah. You see how when he's sitting, how it just looks like his boots.
Let's do a little zoom.
You know what I mean? Like, think about it. Look,
this is DeSantis's. Dude, what do you think his foot is? Where do you think his foot is in this boot?
No, because look, watch, scroll up. Look how long his shin would have to be. That doesn't look right. I think his heel's like right here.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So you think his foot's going like this? Like,
I think he has. You ever seen those insoles that you put inside your shoe?
Yeah.
And it can make you up to 3 inches taller.
He has like 5 of those. He's like stacked like 5 shoe insoles.
Like. And then if you watch him walk, let me see if I can find a video of him walking.
Well, also, I just want to say before if you're just listening, we're looking at Ron DeSantis in full drag. His cock is shoved inside of him. And honestly, I think he looks good. What would Ron DeSantis' drag name be, Josh?
It'd be the same exact name.
DeSexy?
DeSantis.
Ron DeSexy?
You know, he's just doing an accent. And DeSantis.
I don't give a fuck.
Let me see on here.
I'm getting rid of regulation. He like dances and shit. He's out there. I'm getting rid of regulation. Sleepy Joe, suck my dick.
Let me see.
DeSantis, I mean, also like, it's all theater. Like, yeah. And hey, do we have production value on this show? Of course. We want the show to look good, obviously. But it's at a certain point, it's like, you look ridiculous trying to make yourself look taller. Because, dude, Ron knows that the media is going to dunk on him for this shit. So why would he do it? It's just idiotic.
It's something that he probably super embarrassed about.
Is this
No, this ain't it. It said it was.
What video were you looking for?
I was looking for a video of him like
walking on stage.
Yeah.
Because
that's MSNBC.
Yeah. It might be right. Let's see right here. Newsweek. Ron DeSantis mocked over pathetic response to heel allegations. I feel like more people will vote for Ron if he wears heels. I don't know why. I think a lot of Republicans are secretly into trans stuff. And I think it'll like speak to the Republican base on a sexual level if Ron wears heels.
But that's not even heels. It's like, it's almost the equivalent of wearing a wig. You know what I mean?
He's in drag. It's Ron Desexy. I love it. I mean, look at his face.
Oh, that's what Trump said. Look, he's wearing hidden heels. Tell me he's not wearing hidden heels.
I mean, it's just unbelievable, dude. Like, here's a quote. I know Donald Trump, this is from DeSantis. I know Donald Trump and a lot of his people have been focusing on things like footwear. I'll tell you this. If Donald Trump can summon the balls to show up to the debate, I'll wear a boot on my head. This is the time for substance. What?
What?
You just said you'll wear Can you cut to me? You just said you'll wear a boot on your head, and then you said now's the time for substance, Ron. You're a fucking idiot. Now's not the time for substance. You're talking about wearing a boot on your head. That's not substantial. Talk about the fucking homelessness crisis if you talk about something substantial. Not this fucking boot fashion shit.
That's exactly what they said. This guy Oliver said.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't claim.
Oh, yeah, Oliver. Yeah, he goes, John Oliver goes, you can't claim it was the time for substance after just promising to wear a boot on your head. Wow, look at me. Look at me doing the same take as John Oliver. Look at me. That's so crazy. And I didn't read it ahead. That means I'm a good comedian, right?
There you go.
But he said it more succinctly than me. And that's why he's on that's why John has his own show on a cable TV network.
He didn't deny it though. He didn't deny that he was wearing.
I guess he didn't not deny it.
I mean, that's the first thing you do though, right? If it's not true, you deny it.
I mean, maybe he didn't want to lie. I mean, it's clearly true.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see Ron DeSantis with fake tits, high heels, in a skirt, dancing around. I want to see that. I want to see it.
He has more that he said there.
Ron DeSantis, this is no time for foot fetishes, DeSantis said. We've got serious problems as a country. We've got a war in the Middle East. We've got terrorists coming across our own southern border.
And I need these heels to look over that border.
Yeah. We have an American dream that's out of reach for millions of Americans because I need to pop my pussy in the Republican debates.
So he's probably these boots and internal heels are probably giving him like 4 inches. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
It's 4 inches on his height or something else.
Yeah, no, 4 inches on. Okay, it's like if you walked in here right now. What are you, 6'1"?
Yeah.
You come in here 6'5". That is insane.
Yeah. I'd be like up here, like the show. Welcome to the show, guys.
No.
It's like,
You'd still be down there. It's just when you stand up.
Yeah.
Your shins are just super long for some reason.
It's feminine. It's feminine. He put the inserts in his shoes and it's feminine.
Yeah.
And and jokes aside, it's gonna destroy his base. Well, all of these like rednecks in Alabama are gonna be like, Ron DeSantis wearing, I ain't voting for no Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis wears some high heels. I like Ron. I don't know about you, Josh. I like Ron DeSantis. Then he started wearing high heels. My son wears high heels. I fucking hate my son. I haven't talked to my son in 35 years.
See, this is why he does it. Because he's 5'8". But he claims to be 5'11", which means he's wearing at least 3 inch.
On Ron DeSantis on what if Ron DeSantis on his Tinder is just like 5'8", 5'11" in heels. But Donald Trump is 6'2" or 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
You know, you do need to be tall.
His son's like fucking 6'8".
DeSantis' son or
No,
Donald Trump's?
Donald Trump's son.
Hunter. Wait,
no, the new one, Barron.
Barron?
The new one, the newest Trump.
Barron's like what, 13, 14?
Yeah, he's a kid.
We don't talk about kids on the show. Let's.
Okay.
No,
I was he's tall.
I do have a rule. I only I don't really make fun of politicians' children because it's unfair because they didn't choose to be born into that world, and I think it's unfair to make fun of a guy like what was his name, Barron Trump. I'd rather leave him alone because wait till he's 18 to call him a fascist. I'm waiting to 18. Yeah. When he's 18, it's open season.
I mean,
it's open season on Barron Trump
for the Germans.
When he turns 18.
I would assume they would look at him as like, oh, look how tall he is, blonde hair. He's part of the master race. I think that's what they would say.
In Germany?
Yeah. If they made this kid in the lab. It looks like
Barron Trump.
Yeah.
Hey, type in a kid photo. No, I'm kidding. On Google, type in Trump kid photo AI nude and
Absolutely not.
we will get to AI later today. And I'm not attracted to kids. That was a joke. We'll move on. That was just a little. Okay. This is art, guys. Sometimes you got to take a risk. Let's go back to Ramaswamy. I kind of want to keep hearing. So here's Ramaswamy, Republican debate. He's dunking on his own party, and I think it's a very smart move politically. Let's keep listening.
Party of losers at the end of the day. It was a cancer to the Republican establishment. Let's speak the truth. I mean, since Ronna McDaniel took over as chairwoman of the RNC in 2017, we have lost 2018, 2020, 2022, no red wave that never came. We got trounced last night in 2023. And I think that we have to have accountability in our party. For that matter, Ron, if you want to come on stage tonight, you want to look the GOP voters in the eye and tell them.
And you want to tell the GOP voters, I'm trans. Vivek goes. I thought he was going to mention the heels. Honestly, let's listen to this one more time.
The GOP voters in the eye.
Sorry, one more time. This is Vivek Republican debates. He's doing. This is Vivek Republican debates doing a. Taking shots at DeSantis. Let's see what he says.
That we have to have accountability in our party. For that matter, Ron, if you want to come on stage tonight, you want to look the GOP voters in the eye and tell them you resign.
And tell them I'm trans. I just did the bit twice for a clip. That was bad. We'll keep listening.
Turn over yield my time to you. And frankly, look, the people there cheering for losing in the Republican Party. Think about who's moderating this debate. This should be Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan.
Oh, I'm so glad we're watching this. This made me want to fucking puke. Why? Did you see this? Listen to this. This is disgusting. Vivek is such a Vivek is a billionaire shill. He's a billionaire shill. He was a biotech CEO, and he doesn't care about politics. He wants power. But listen to this. This is sick.
About who's moderating this debate. This should be Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, and Elon Musk. We'd have to
imagine a Republican debate moderated by Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, and Tucker Carlson.
It would be the most watched debate ever.
It'd be the most watched debate ever because it would. I mean, I would watch it.
Exactly.
It'd be Joe Rogan going, "Yeah, man. Hi, man. What about climate change, man? Is that a hoax, man? Is it a hoax, man?" And then
does he sound like that? Man, hey man,
hey man. And then Elon would be like, how does Elon talk? I gotta get my impressions down, dude. I gotta get my impressions down. It would be a nightmare, dude. People think that guys like Elon and Rogan and Tucker Carlson are like free speech soldiers. They're just as biased as everyone else, bro. They're just as biased as everyone else.
But he does have a point. If it NBC, that's left leaning, right? So
yeah,
it's weird that they're hosting the Republican. I mean, why isn't it like you said, them or Fox News or I know they hold different debates, but it's just weird that they don't like any of these people.
Yeah, and it's Vivek is going after the debates, which I mean, Vivek is taking the Trump playbook and kind of like adding some curry to it and making it his own.
Yeah,
is that racist?
Yeah,
that's fucked up. He's sprinkling a little bit of spice.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like what he's doing. Like I like the branding. I think Vivek made a splash.
Yeah,
he made a splash at the debate, and I think people are talking about him. But when he goes, let's really look at this. Vivek wants this debate moderated by Elon Musk and Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson. That is the most 4chan terminally online take you can have. It's a 4chan take. It's an incel cringe Reddit take. Whoa, it's a
but
Twitter.
Isn't that take that you're taking also the opposite end of the 4chan?
Criticizing him for wanting Rogan on?
No, but just that saying that how cringe that is.
Saying things
all those people together. It's just like that ends up being the response a lot of the time instead of
like I'm cringe for saying it's cringe. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying you are. I'm just
you
saying,
can say it.
I'm
because I am.
I'm saying though that seems to be the response, you know what I mean? And it's just like being somebody who's going to get shit on for saying this in the middle and looking at both like, all right, well, you think this way. And so now that means everybody else has to think this way. You know what I mean? It's just so black and white. There's no gray in it at all anymore.
Fair point. If you really want the truth, I think the debate should be moderated by Nick Fuentes and Kanye West.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I want Vivek to be like, this debate should be moderated by Nick Fuentes, neo-Nazi, and Kanye West, fashion icon and music pop star.
Yeah.
What I want to see a Republican debate moderated by Kanye West. I want to see Kanye West be like, what about Nike and what they did to me? What about Nike, Vivek? What about what Nike did to me, Kanye?
Adidas.
Oh, Adidas. Fuck.
Yeah.
Didn't even deal with Nike?
I thought it was I'm pretty sure it was Adidas. Wasn't it?
I think it was. I thought it was. I don't know. Anyway.
I want to see a debate with, and it's just Klaus Schwab. And he doesn't ask any questions. Speak. And then after they say whatever, he just gives a thumbs up or down. And then it's just like,
and then they get executed.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they just boom, right? And the little Trumps come out. It's actually, no, it's just Trump. It's just Trump. And he goes, oh, ooh. He's dressed in his orange makeup.
It's Klaus Schwab is the only moderator. And
Yes.
it's yeah, I love that. And it's just Trump. And Klaus is like, so what's the plan? And Trump's like, we will rule.
Yes.
I mean, that's kind of what. Yeah, I mean, it's really a joke. I mean, dude, for Vivek to say that Rogan and Elon and Tucker should be moderating the debate, Elon's a billionaire, Rogan's a billionaire. You think that's going to be a unbiased, like an interesting debate to have two billionaires and and Tucker Carlson, a multimillionaire? They're all extremely wealthy. That's not going to be a debate that anyone wants to hear about.
Well, here's
you know what I'm saying, dude? They're wealthy as fuck.
Well, here's the difference. I think is the wealthy on the opposite side of them don't like showing
politically?
their face. Yeah, politically don't like showing their face. They put people in front of them. And
you mean the Democratic wealthy, the Democrat rich?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, at least with one side, I'm like, oh, I know who you are. The other side is like, why do you have somebody in front of you to hide your views? Not hide your views, but to do your bidding.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, obviously they've got a lot of I mean, they're, icons. They're media. They're very famous, and so I mean, I think it would like get a lot of. It would be a big story, but it's like. I mean, really, honestly, I fell for the trap just now. No matter what, debates are fucking stupid. The debates are stupid. The debates are marketing. It's all junk. It's all fucking junk. The debate doesn't matter. Your vote doesn't matter. You want to change an election? It's time to start a super PAC. And I've thought about this a lot, Josh. Literally, people are always like, oh, you don't vote. You don't give a shit about this country. I'm like, no, I don't vote. And then people, I hate it when people get on their high horse when they vote. They're like, I voted. My voice counts. I voted. It's like, if you really gave a fuck about politics, you'd go to a swing state and start a super PAC and raise some money. That's how you really move some fucking votes. If you really, people pat themselves on the back when they vote. They're like, oh, I voted. Oh, I'm such a circle jerk. Your vote counts. If you wear an I voted sticker in public, you're retarded. You're a retard. I'm sorry. You're worse than retarded. Okay. Josh is looking at me crazy right now.
No. Go for it.
I'm really, even people that are retarded know that voting is retarded. And for you to vote means that you are so stupid that you think this country functions. Am I going to hell? Is this crazy? Am I crazy right now? When you vote in the federal election, it's like playing into a schizophrenic person's delusions. It is. Like, Josh, if I was schizophrenic and I was like, Josh, there's all these voices. I like, Josh, like, who's that guy? Like, if I was schizophrenic right now, and I was like, Josh, like, who's this fucking guy right here in the fucking corner of the room, bro? Why is this guy looking at us? And you were like, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know what that guy's doing. And you're like, playing into my delusions? That's bad for me. That's the same thing as voting in a federal election. You voting is telling everyone around you, the culture, the government, it's giving them the power that they know you're playing into a game that's rigged, and you're saying that, I could change. I could change things. No, you can't.
Okay.
Do you think MLK would agree with me on this?
No.
Fuck.
I don't think so.
Am I just being a cynical fuck? I'm just like,
a little bit.
Does voting change things? Maybe it used to.
Voting with your money does.
Voting with your dollar. That's what I'm saying. You can change things. I'm not a cynical asshole. I'm saying like you can move, but like the voting, like of all the things you can do to affect change in society, voting is near the fucking bottom. It's about violence. It's about organizing. It's about getting arms.
Organizing violence.
It's about organized violence, organized nonviolence, and assassinating people.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna be on a watch list for sure.
No, I mean this is just like objective reality. Historically, nonviolent protest, violent protest, and super PACs, and lobbying the government, and corruption, and blackmail. That's how you affect change in society. Not voting.
Okay. Wait, but what kind of change are you? People always just talk about change. What type of change? You're trying something good,
like desegregation. No, good change, like positive change.
Oh.
Desegregation.
There was desegregation.
But like when they passed the laws, like the law, I don't know. I just feel like when the law is like the last thing that changes. You know, like there's always like the grassroots movement first.
The society changes first.
And then the law follows suit. Like the politicians only move when there's enough social pressure for them to move. You know,
on the Republican side, that's true.
I think it's true on the Democratic side too, on the Democrat side. You know? Or like either, I mean, it's a uniparty. It's a corporate. They're both bought by fucking Pfizer, dude.
There you go.
And the Juilliard School of Music.
There you go.
I was trying to do a bit there. I did do this joke that did really well.
Oh yeah, Road Story. You opened for Tim Dillon. How was that?
Yeah, that was good. I'm trying to not say it. I'm trying to keep it secret. Actually, no, I haven't made a post about it.
You haven't? Why?
You know, I just started working with him, and I just don't want to like, you know, dick ride him.
Yeah, I don't think that's dick riding.
They took some photos at the event, and so I might post that later. But like, you know, it just feels like, you know, I just want to. It was a fun night, and like I don't want to like, you know, and that's just in general. Like with certain things, I'll post like this OnlyFans. I'm doing a taping for OnlyFans tonight.
Yeah,
like I had to post about that in the contract, but it's like, you know, and anyway, so we're diverging a little bit from the show, but like, you know, it's like it feels like so much like a LinkedIn post. Like, I'm humbled and excited to announce I go to job at Goldman Sachs. I don't want to like, you know, I don't want to just brag. It just feels braggadocious and just like it doesn't mean anything. Like I don't want to use his name or anyone else's name for clout.
Okay.
But like I will post about it.
There you go.
But like, you know, it was a cool. I'm extremely, Tim, if you're listening, I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity. It was a lot of fun. And I had a blast, but I just, you know, and that's, you know, I don't want to make it.
You guys are on first name basis. That's cool.
It's pretty sweet. Yeah. This episode is going to get 1 million views now.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen now. No, but it was very exciting. No, it was actually a big weekend for me. I opened for Tim, and then I headlined LOL yesterday.
How was that?
LOL Comedy Club in San Antonio. A lot of fun. Crowd sucked dick.
Yeah.
Crowd sucked major donkey dick. It was horrible.
Yeah.
And then I had to go up there and like, and that's not to say that like my two openers, Zach Silverman, Joey Smith, were very funny, but like the crowd was just not there, dude. It was like old whites.
Yeah.
It was just old whites. And they
that's your crowd.
Yeah. I was just like, guys, what's with all this big government shit? Why do we need driver's license? And they're like, yeah. I just did libertarian takes.
Yeah.
I was like, guys, Why should the government tell me when I can do fentanyl? And they're like, my son died of a fentanyl overdose. But
Palantir went up.
Palantir's up. It was up 20%. Hey, you're welcome. If you're a Palantir, please become a Palantir shareholder. They support Israel, but I still own the company because my investments are not my political beliefs. A lot of people.
After we just talked about voting with your money. Those are your truest political beliefs.
No. It's what I believe will happen.
Yes.
It's not what I want to happen, but it's what I believe will happen.
That's why it's your truest beliefs.
They're separate. And that's the thing with ESG. ESG investing, social investing. People are like, I only want to invest in companies that are moral. No Fortune 500 company is moral. They are all equally bad.
Yeah, but capitalism is changing. We can't go with the same thing. Where it's just,
blah, 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 blah.
You can't continue. No, not capitalism is changing like we're becoming good. I'm saying capitalism is changing like just consume more and more and more. You can't because the population isn't growing the same. So you got to change the type of capitalism you have. And what is it going to be? It's going to be on your, like what Klaus Schwab said, where it's going to be tied into your personality. So it's just like the new form of capitalism is going to be like how you act, your social score.
I think that's a very good observation. I think that's a very good point. Well, like, yeah, like your behavior. Well, your speech is going to be commoditized and monitored, and so by the government.
Only people who are super wealthy are going to be the ones to actually be able to speak out how they want to speak out.
Right, because they have leverage. They're the wealthy are the only people who will be able to like rise above. Well, it's like at a certain level of wealth,
they just pay the tickets and don't give a shit.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like you're going to get a fine based on your behavior.
Yeah.
Whereas, and you're right. The wealthy just look at a fine like the cost of business. You know.
Yeah.
Whereas like other people are like, oh man, I got a parking ticket. Fuck, that sucks. But like wealthy are like, oh, you know, like people are like, oh, you can't park there. Oh, well, I'll just park there and eat the ticket. It's a $40 fine to the wealthy is just a $40 fee.
Exactly.
And it's very scary. And I think that I'm looking forward to it because Palantir is gonna be a part of that, and I'll be a shareholder in the company that oppresses everyone.
Yeah.
And maybe that'll be good enough for. So buy it before. I'm telling you guys, this check in a year from now. This number right here can be 100.
At least, yeah.
Cents. $1. But we'll see. Let's keep watching Vivek here.
10 times the viewership, asking questions that GOP primary voters actually care about and bringing more people into our party.
Wrong, Vivek. Wrong. Let's listen one more time. He's wrong.
Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, we'd have 10 times the viewership, asking questions that GOP primary voters actually care about and bringing more people into our party. You think the Democrats...
If Joe Rogan and Elon Musk are moderate a Republican debate, they're going to be talking about trans swimmers. Elon will be like, Joe Rogan will be like, so man, like, what do you think about trans swimmers, man? What do you think about what do you think about the last UFC, man? That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be.
What is with the fucking man? I don't.
He says that
like that.
Yeah.
It's equivalent of me like if I was just like I'm doing a Russian accent. See, can you hear my Russian accent? See, I'm doing it. Yeah. See, it's like, the fuck? No, that's not it.
I'm not an actor. I'm a comedian. Also, I'd love to do the Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah.
Someday. But no one is above criticism. No. I'm lightly jabbing. No one is above criticism. I'm not above criticism, except.
What he said was true though. You'd have 10 times the viewers.
It would have 10 times the viewers,
yeah,
and it would be just as shitty. It would be shitty in a different way. Come on, it'd be shitty. Dude.
If Rogan was smoking weed on there, and Musk was like shooting bullets at his fucking Cybertruck, and Tucker Carlson was asking questions, you'd have like 50 million viewers on Twitter right now.
I know you would, and I mean like, I love spirited debate. Of course. I love the free exchange of ideas. but there is this attitude that Elon Musk is a man of the people. He's a billionaire for the people. He's fucking not. He's not. Any billionaire is not a billionaire for the people. It's just not true. They are out like everyone else. When I become a billionaire, I'll be out for myself. You think I'm going to advocate for you fuckers when I'm rich? No fucking way. It's just, like, even comedians, whenever people get rich, they move to a place to pay the lowest tax bill, and they start to look at their money, and they go, I'm paying what to who? And you just turn into a Republican because you're rich. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just what happens. But the idea that having Rogan and Elon as debate moderators challenging politicians on behalf of a poor America is fucking stupid. It's just wrong. They're not going to ask tough questions on behalf of the people. That's what Vivek's trying to say, is if we had Elon Musk and Joe Rogan, we'd be getting to the heart of the real issues. Fucking wrong. They'd be asking about, electric vehicles, lithium. And, I don't know, like, what do these guys even talk about all day? They'd be at big tech, I guess. I mean, it's like,
he does have the biggest podcast. So, I mean, he's talking about stuff that people obviously want to listen to.
Sure. I mean, we have a good audience too. Don't discount the size of our audience.
I didn't say anything about our audience. I was saying just
his audience. No. I mean, we have a couple million downloads. It's fine. No, I'm kidding. Let's keep listening.
Do you think the Democrats would actually hire Greg Gutfeld to host a Democratic debate? They wouldn't do it. And so the fact of the matter is, Kristen, I'm going to use this time because this is actually about you in the media and the corrupt media establishment. Ask you the
shut the fuck up, dude.
Trump-Russia collusion hoax that you pushed on this network for years. Was that real, or was that Hillary Clinton made up disinformation? Answer the question. Go.
Answer the question. Go.
I'm not trying to sound really liberal here. Like, I know I'm dunking on the Republicans right now a lot, but like, it's the same thing is true for the left. The same thing is true for Democratic primaries, right? But like Vivek, he's going, it's just buzzword after buzzword after buzzword. And corrupt mainstream media, Hillary Clinton, Trump, Russia hoax. Answer the question. It's like, what's the question? Is the media corrupt? You think they're going to fucking answer that question? He knows they're not going to answer it.
But look, but you're talking about it on your podcast and showing the clip. So he knows. And the people who heard it are going to hear that clip. It's just like you said, it hits all the right trigger points. It's like, yep. And so his numbers go up, his poll stats go up.
Right. I mean, I am helping Vivek by platforming him on my show in a very minuscule way. The 5 people that listen. But man, what if putting him on? Wow. I wonder if showing this will get someone that listens to this to vote for Vivek.
I mean,
that could happen.
It doesn't matter. Republicans going to win Texas.
Yeah. Also, if you listen to this show and you vote, I'm not even going to. You know what I'm going to say. Click that little red X and stop listening to the show. I don't want you. I don't want fans that vote. That is so bad. That is so awful. Do you vote, Josh?
I have voted in the past, yeah.
We'll have to have a conversation. Who'd you vote for?
I voted for
Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, once.
Did you write in Kanye?
I voted for Bernie Sanders one year.
Fair.
I voted for what's his name from the
Andrew Yang?
No, not Andrew Yang.
Oh, the Texas guy?
No, he's a libertarian. Gary
Johnson?
Gary Johnson.
Nice.
1 year, and I voted for I think those are the only 2 I've ever voted for.
I'm pretty sure I've never voted. I can't remember. No, I think anyway, that's enough on the Republican debates. It's a circus. It's a fucking circus, you know?
Yeah.
No matter what. Let's get to the war. I do want to do this story on the war. I I think I want to make this a thing where we listen to an earnings report, because I think what's very interesting is people speak the truth. You just got to go find where they really speak the truth.
That's why I like Squawk Box and those, is because it doesn't matter, Democrat, Republican comes on, they're talking money.
They're talking money.
That's all they give a shit
And the thing is, to tie it back to Palantir, doesn't matter if you support Israel, doesn't matter if you support Hamas. They behead babies, they behead children, and that's very bad. But if you support them, no, I'm kidding. Did you see those beheaded babies? It's very tragic. No, they didn't. I don't know. See, the thing is, did you hear about that story?
Yes.
40 beheaded babies. There's not really much to say about the beheaded children, but other than the fact that, it's just, I don't know if it's true or not. I saw people debunking it on both sides, and I'm just like, guys, can we focus on the real issues? That Marvel grossed $47 million. That's way more important. It's way more important.
That seems low.
People are like, it is low. It's very low. People are like, Hamas beheaded babies, and Israel's IDF supporters like, Hamas beheaded babies. We got to go into Gaza and kill all these terrorists. And then Palestine's like, you're genociding us. I'm like, guys, stop. Marvel is failing. Marvel's failing, and that's good. Can we focus on I like to be an optimist. I'm an optimist. But anyway, on the war, Raytheon, my favorite company. I have a little bit of stock in Raytheon, full disclosure. No, I don't actually.
Well, how much is their stock?
Probably a couple $100. They're like a $50 billion company, something like that. But anyway, this is a segment. I gotta sorry, I've been on the road. I'm trying to upgrade the shit on the show. It takes time, but I want to get a little sound thing for when we listen to an earnings call. Anyway,
I'm gonna look up how much it's worth.
Okay, but if you're we're gonna play a most recent earnings call. We're gonna play an earnings call where Raytheon or Wall Street analysts that cover Raytheon talk about the war in Israel, and this is the real truth. This is the real attitudes of the people behind the scenes. How they really view the war, and it's sick and disgusting to listen to.
$82.
What's the market cap? Which is the value of the company. If you're an idiot.
118 billion.
118 billion. So it's a pretty big company.
Dividend is 2.86, but it's only up less than 1% over 5 years.
Well, they've recovered a lot since the war.
Well, I don't know. Year to date, they're minus 18%.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. Should have bought Palantir. Oh, look, Palantir's down now. God damn it. Anyway, let's listen to a recent Raytheon earnings call. Raytheon earnings call covering the war.
Morgan Stanley.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning, Christine.
So maybe moving to a defense question. The White House is requesting $106 billion in supplemental spending for a number of national security priorities, which includes over $50 billion in investment for the U.S. defense industrial base. Looking at this request, you've got equipment for Ukraine, air and missile defense for Israel, and replenishment of stockpile for both. And this seems to fit quite nicely with the Raytheon defense portfolio. So how much of this opportunity is addressable to the company? And if the dollars are appropriated, when would be the earliest you could see this convert to revenue?
How fucking disgusting is that? How fucking disgusting is that? They're talking about a genocide as a revenue opportunity.
But it's a good question, And
I want to know, what is the size of the revenue opportunity? This Wall Street analyst is asking a great question.
Yeah.
And all Raytheon shareholders should be wondering, how big is the revenue opportunity?
Your problem is you're thinking of them as people.
Right. When in reality, they're husks of people.
Yes.
These people have no souls.
No.
I know these people. I am these people. I have no soul. I want to look, religion, genocide, Holy Land. I don't care. I like cash. I like a nice dividend.
Yeah.
I like a nice blood-soaked 2% dividend on a stock that grows at 8% a year. That's what I like.
I like those overseas 5% dividends.
I like foreign debt.
Yeah.
I like lending money. I like it. I like buying debt for a country whose people are starving, and I like forcing them to pay a high interest rate to me because they have no choice. That's what I like. I like using the illusion of a free market to oppress a people and make them pay an interest rate when they don't have it, and suck the commodities and the oil and the resources out of that country as I impose a pernicious predatory interest rate on that company.
I feel like as you're saying all this in the back should be, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
And I won't forget the man that landed all that money to Germany. And I stand on a
paperclip.
What's the LSD one?
I don't know, but apparently he made all the music of the 60s.
The government one. The one they're like
it's the government one.
But what was the project called?
I don't remember.
The one
with Terrence McKenna or something, right?
Because you look up LSD government project. I should really know this. I'm gonna know it as soon as you Google it. MK Ultra.
Oh, MK Ultra.
And I'm proud to be a part of Project MK Ultra, where I created a bunch of soldiers and activated them all over the world. Yeah, but the CIA, we don't have to get an MK Ultra. You know MK Ultra, right, Josh?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's listen to the rest of this earnings call. This is just truly, it's just really, you see what goes on, and you see how the people look at war. These are warmongers. Make no mistake about it. They're warmongers. They are they're just living their best life, and they're doing their best. And we all need to look up to these people. There you go.
All right, Christine, let me start on that. So, as I think I mentioned earlier in the conversation, we've seen about $3 billion of orders so far related to Ukraine replenishment, and that's really the replenishing U.S. war stocks. We expect another $4 billion of orders in the next 2 years.
That's taxpayer money, by the way. They're calling it a $4 billion order. That's taxpayer money.
Yeah. For freedom.
Yeah, most of that.
Freedom ain't free.
Yeah.
Freedom ain't free.
Will play out over the next 24 to 36 months in terms of delivery. So you won't see a big revenue pop even next year from this.
They're talking about a revenue pop from a war.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what kind of world do we live in? The war doesn't have to have, why? Why do we have war? Why is war real? Why do these people exist? How is this real?
Well, after this, maybe they won't exist.
No one's going to exist.
Exactly.
This is a company that makes money off creating nuclear warheads.
Yep. That's not
for
our safety.
Yeah.
As we think about this next tranche, the president's $100+ billion request, which is more than $40 billion for Ukraine.
Why?
What you're going to see is the same things that we have been seeing, but in much higher quantities.
So what you're going to see is the same things that we've been seeing in much higher quantities: more bloodshed, more beheaded babies, more death. And that's ultimately what's good for Raytheon. What's bad for foreign countries is good for Raytheon, and it's good for America. And what's good for me?
So obviously, NASAM systems, which is the short-range air defense system, and the AMRAAM munitions that we're using there, we're going to see those orders.
I also want to talk about this. The idea that they always use, and I made a video about this, but I learned, this it's about the language that people use, and I take inspiration from this idea from George Carlin, and I'm not trying to steal from fucking Carlin, but Carlin did a big take on how language changes, but it's especially true in the military, and it's in the military industrial complex, because the U.S. Secretary of Defense, that job used to be called the Secretary of War. but they changed it so white moms could sleep at night better. That's what they did. You know, they talk about, I mean, like, listen to this guy talk about defense systems. It's, how is sending bombs to another country a defense strategy? Like, that's like, how is that defense? Like, I don't, like, that's the same, that by the same token, like, that would be saying, like, if I bought a gun and went to my neighbor's house and shot him in the head and said, I'm defending my home across the street. That's what America does. That's what America does. We buy weapons. We go to other places and we kill those people in their countries because we're defending ourselves millions of fucking thousands of miles away.
America provides the bullets that allows you to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Proxy wars.
Up, we would think significantly. The same is true with the Patriot air defense system.
These names are unbelievable.
Patriot.
The Patriot air defense system. The Patriot air defense system.
Yeah.
You might as well call it the American Eagle child death blade hellblades. It's that Patriot air defense system is crazy, dude.
You got the fuck your couch.
It's
air defense system.
Patriot air defense system. I mean, you might as well call it the fucking Vivek Ramaswamy. You might as well call it the Ramaswamy raid missile system.
Whatever. I mean, these are good names.
Who comes up with the names for these?
Your mom system.
Yeah. It's the dead Muslim kid system. That's what it is. That's what they might as well call it the
DMKS. DMKS sounds like it's an actual thing.
DMKS, Raytheon Technologies. Yeah. Raytheon Technologies presents the dead Muslim kid terror. Raytheon Technologies presents the brand new Patriot dead suspected terrorist innocent kid death system.
It's going to be good on earnings.
Again, those are GEM-T missiles that we supply for that. Those are in short supply today. So again,
also, you know, the Wall Street analyst, this lady that's asking the questions to Raytheon, you know that she's a fucking soulless cunt. You know that she has no fucking soul. You know that she's like on this call. You like this lady. Listen to her voice again.
Looking at this request, you've got equipment for Ukraine, air and missile defense for Israel.
Equipment for Ukraine, air and defense systems for Israel. You know what's going on? She's asking these questions, and she has like a dude's like eating her pussy as she's asking these questions. You know, defense systems for Israel. She's like overlooking. She's like in like Saudi Arabia. She's in like Riyadh, overlooking Riyadh. Defense systems for Israel. And she's like pushing his head into her pussy. That's what she's doing. She's an alpha male, alpha female.
Okay.
Can you tell I opened for Tim Dillon yesterday?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
The replenishment of stockpile for both cities.
There's not much else. I mean, like, anyway, there's not much else here, but it's.
And other munitions that.
Doesn't he just sound evil? He just sounds evil. Well, you know, we're going to go over there. We're going to use the air defense weapons systems, and we're going to make sure that American objectives are achieved.
He talks about it like he's just selling coffee. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it's just... That's
what's dystopian about it, is that he talks about it like it's a car salesman.
Yeah.
Well, look, you know, I mean, we have different look, you know, we've got different things in the pipeline, you know, I mean, and that's what it is. They call it an opportunity portfolio. These are things that you would imagine Walmart talks about. Look, I mean, you know, there's a lot of things in the Walmart product portfolio that we're moving forward with. That's the same language. To use corporate jargon to talk about weapons that are used to commit genocide is where we're at in America. That's where we're at. Mm-hmm. We're at these guys. They don't care. They're totally bought into this idea that Americans are the good guys, like that we're the good guys.
I doubt they think we're the good guys. I just think
you think deep down they know that we're not the good guys.
I think
we're all bad guys.
They don't look at who's good, who's bad. They look who has the money.
Right.
If you have the money, then you're the good guy.
Yeah. Right. And you know, on the flip side, people think, oh well, America is the world police. They're gonna fuck it up sometimes. Anyone that has to create any nation that has to be the world police and is kind of forced to hold stability, hold a state, you know, create a stable world order, a peaceful world order, is not going to do a great job. They're going to fuck up, and we do fuck up.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me close it out. I know we're going a little long. Let me close it out with one more thing here. Let's do this. This is a really funny. This is a very funny story that happened. So my favorite guy, Jerome Powell, had a little bit of an outburst at the latest Federal Reserve meeting. Did you see this video?
Wait a minute. Which one is it?
He says, "Just close the fucking door."
Yeah, that's not.
This is amazing.
That's not the real one, is it?
The labor market remains tight.
So check this out.
Improvement.
Let me just set this up real quick. This is Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell doing at the Federal Reserve meeting, and he is in the middle of the presentation, and then protesters come in, climate protesters come in, and here's how the Federal Reserve Chairman deals with protesters at his meeting.
The labor market remains tight, although improvements in labor supply and a gradual easing in demand continue to move it into better balance. GDP growth in the third quarter was quite strong, but like most
IMF speech. I'm sorry.
We expect growth to moderate in coming quarters. Of course.
Jerome Powell, by refusing to treat climate change like a systemic risk,
thank you.
You are putting us at
Thank you very much.
disaster.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you. Just close the fucking door.
Listen to that last part. Listen to that last part.
Just close the fucking door.
He let a little bit of his real personality out.
Yeah.
Have
you seen these? Hey, keep going.
I was just gonna say, it's so funny to see through the facade of these bullshitters, whether it be a politician, the Federal Reserve Chairman. They're human beings like everyone else. And you get a little bit of honesty when people push their buttons. And at the end of that, he just close the fucking door. Like that's how he sees that's how he deals with the real issues in our world. People are like, the earth is gonna burn. And he's like, shut the fuck up, close the fucking door. Let's get no. That's what he's basically like, no, close the fucking door. Get this fucking cunt out of this fucking. That's what he's saying.
They're saying this is what he really likes. They had AI do what he's really thinking.
Oh.
Good morning. It's obvious I was lying during the press conference.
Oh, it's funny. Is this AI comedy? Yeah. Sorry, I don't do other people's comedy on the show, Josh. No, we don't play other people's bits on the show. Sorry, that's a rule. It is.
He's just like, fuck you, fuck your puts, fuck your stocks.
Yeah. I am Jerome. It's sorry, I didn't mean to be a shitty there, but no, he's a liar. It's all bullshit. Can we go back to that video? Because I do want to if you just listen to like the protester,
tight,
if you just listen to the protesters, it's like.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I mean, also for the protester, she's standing up there with a fucking venti latte. Like, Jerome Powell, you're putting us at risk. She has like the climate striking sign in one hand and like a fucking venti like caramel mocha and frap in one hand.
Yeah.
In the other hand. And she's like, you're putting us at risk. And it's like, look, bitch, your dad works at Raytheon. Your dad is the CEO of Raytheon. You don't get to talk about climate, climate change. It's climate crisis. I'm sorry. But that's pretty much where we're at, guys. I really think that it could be a very bad time. It could be a very, very bad time coming up for our country and the whole world. And I think that I'm looking forward to watching it all burn. That's where I'm at. I'm ready to watch it burn. We need a recession. We need these institutions to die so we can be reborn with new institutions. Hopefully it's not too violent.
But who dies first, though?
Me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do the bad companies die first, or do the people starve to death first?
Well, it'll probably be a repeat of 2008. They're going to try and prop up these shells of husks of companies as long as they can, and when they go bankrupt, they'll get bailed out again, or bailed in, as you like to say. But that's pretty much where we're at, guys. We do have to jump off, but what are we at, an hour?
Hour 15.
Hour 15. Thanks for listening. Also, I want to thank you guys for sticking with the show while I was on the road. I know that the road episodes were bad. Let's be honest. They were not good. But I try to put it out because this shit is just about consistency. So shout out and thank you to my one Patreon, your boy A-Rocks, for coming to the comedy show yesterday.
Oh shit.
He came out.
Fuck yeah.
I had anyway, shit's going pretty good. Life's going pretty good for me. Comedy's going well. So just gonna keep on pumping this shit out, and thank you for being a supporter. Join the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Sean's Show. We talk about all types of stuff. Not really. I just kind of post the episode, but you can pitch me ideas and stuff. But we're up to 9 members in the group.
There you go.
9 members in Sean's Show.
Yeah.
Once it gets to 100, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a January 6th.
Oh my god.
And by that I mean we're gonna go. We're gonna do a Jan 6th, but at the Federal Reserve.
Okay.
If honestly, if they had done January 6th at the Federal Reserve,
they all would have been shot.
Yeah. They wouldn't have made it off the plane.
Yeah.
They get off the plane and the CIA would be like, "We know where you're going."
Yeah.
Like they, and people knew about January 6th, and the Fed was like, "Nah, that's the White House. They don't really run shit."
Yeah.
If they went to the Federal Reserve or they went to BlackRock, they wouldn't have made it on the plane. They'd be arrested before they get on the plane, and we would have never heard about it.
Right.
They would be in Guantanamo Bay right now getting tortured, and then you know who would walk in? Vivek Ramaswamy. And he'd go, "What were you trying to do to my favorite company, BlackRock? BlackRock. BlackRock is buying country. BlackRock is buying our land." That was kind of Hitler instead of Vivek. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Join the Patreon. I haven't put out much shit on the Patreon because I've been very slammed and busy, but we're going to keep growing. Sean Riley Comedy on Instagram. Tell your friends about the show. I hope you enjoy it. Leave a comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time. Josh, where can people find you?
At Josh Kawaza and comedyfrequency.com.
Beautiful. Have a great day. And let's pray for Israel.